Hello, 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 you guys. We are doing live Arkenstone reading today. Your $1 million wealth generating codex. Okay, so we are doing Rebecca's full Arkenstone reading. She thought she was just trying to make money, but she was really trying to remember who she was. Rebecca is not just stay-at-home mom trying to earn for her family. She's a quiet architect of empires, here to channel wisdom that most of the world is too distracted to hear. She's soft but sovereign, invisible to some, but she's so powerful until she speaks, and then everything stops. She carries ancient intelligence wrapped in modern simplicity. She is here to guide, not hustle, to whisper, not shout. But right now, she's acting out of survival instead of identity. She is a stay-at-home mom. She is selling things on Amazon, trying to make few $100 here and there. And she is so much more powerful than that. She's here to guide, not hustle, to whisper, not shout. She's acting out of survival right now. Her identity is not who she's meant to be. And here's why. The money isn't anchoring, because her soul isn't fully present in what she's selling. Her Arkenstone name is Whispering Oracle of Embodied Truth. That's so powerful. Imagine that. Her Arkenstone hums with a frequency of quiet power, intuitive knowing, and magnetic trust. She doesn't have to shout to be heard. When she speaks from truth, the right people lean in. Right people lean in. Whatever you're doing in your life, whether you're building a business, whether you just go 9 to 5, whether you just like whoever you are in this moment in your life, do not ever shrink yourself down to make other people comfortable, because the frequency of truth is the most powerful frequency in the world. Frequency of truth. Your knowing, the trust, the magnetism, it all comes when you speak up, when you don't hide, when you don't shrink, when you speak the truth. Whenever you speak the truth, right people will lean in. Your magic is never in what you sell. It's never in your niche. It's never in your business, but it's always in you, in your soul, in your knowing, in your truth, in your trust within yourself. So Rebecca's magic was not in the product she's selling. is not in a niche, digital marketing, but in her way of seeing, naming, and guiding others back to simplicity. Back to simplicity. You know, complications make your life difficult. It just makes nobody's life easy. Complication is no good for anybody. Simplicity is the way to go. So Rebecca's core codes and the soul traits, these are not just traits, these are codes, multi-dimensional strands of wealth, magnetism, and destiny were God woven in her soul before she was born. You guys have these codes in your cosmic DNA that was coded by God, so you can become this wealth generating magnet that you're meant to be, that you're born to be. So Rebecca, her essence is guide. She's not designed to do more, she's here to see more. Her presence is medicine. Her voice recalibrates energy. She is most powerful when she's aligned with what she trusts. Because trust is the thing that comes from divine knowing. It comes from identity. Her soul blueprint of safety, she craves and creates emotional, energetic security. She doesn't thrive in chaos. She thrives in containers of consistency, honesty, and integrity. Her magnetism through voice and storytelling. Her wealth will not come through selling other products. Her $1 million codex is in creating offerings where she speaks, teaches, and transmits personal truth. Her forbidden codes, this is the part no one teaches anyone. This is the part no one talks about. This is the part no one teaches us for us to claim in the world. The codes that have been buried, the codes that you're judged for, or dimmed, or buried under shame, guilt, trauma. Yet these codes are your access to wealth and legacy. The pressure to be useful, Rebecca has internalized the lie that her worth is only valid if she's productive or constantly doing something. Now tell me, how many of you feel that you are only valuable if you're doing something? How many of you feel when you are resting, when you're sitting down, when you're not doing anything, you feel that you're not valuable? Like you find deliberately things to do so people can see your value. Like how many of you just sit on the couch and as soon as somebody come, you just get up quickly and start doing stuff because you don't want to be seen doing nothing because you think it's going to dim your value. Your value never comes from you doing things. It comes from who you are. You're knowing your existence, your presence is valuable. So we all put ourselves in this immense pressure to prove our value, to prove our worth, and our whole life is just constantly revolving around proving. And we have internalized this lie that our worth is only valid if we are productive, if we are constantly giving, if we are constantly proving ourselves, if we are constantly doing something. And we never listen to our soul's power. We never listen to what our inner wisdom is telling us, what our body's saying, what our soul's saying, what our heart's saying. Rebecca's soul power is in stillness, is in observation, is in refinement, not in output. But she's doing opposite because that's what she believed is going to make her valuable for the people around her. And then fear of being seen as selfish. Like, if you sit for some time and not do anything, and then if somebody comes and watches you, you're like, I know I just sat down just now. I just sat down for 5 minutes. Like, you explain why you're having rest. You don't want to be seen as selfish. Having rest, sitting down, not doing anything is not selfish. Like, you're recharging, for God's sake. So then Rebecca sacrifices everything too quickly for others, believing she must deserve abundance through struggle. But her next chapter begins when she allows herself to become the main character of her own life. You are the main character of your life. You are the hero. You are the lead in your story. It's your story. You're living it. It's your life. You have so much right on your life, on your time, on your body than anyone else. But we've been conditioned to think like, if we're gonna think like that, we're selfish. Like, we are conditioned since we were babies, since we were kids. And it didn't change when we grew up. It became worse. Because no matter how much you give, nobody will see your value because you don't see your value. No matter how much you do things for people, they will say, oh, because she likes doing it. Oh, because she likes doing that. That's who she is. She does that. They won't see that you're killing yourself to do that for other people. They will not see that you are killing yourself to do things for people. They'll just see that you just do it. And you're doing so much and still you think that you're selfish. Or people will think that you're selfish. They are selfish, not you. Because they just take from you. Think about that. You gotta become the main character of your story because this is your goddamn story. Rebecca has been discounting her intuition. Like, she knows when something isn't right, but keeps overriding it with logic. How many of you do that? We do that all the time. If our body, if our soul is saying something to us, if like our gut is saying that, okay, this isn't good, this isn't safe, this isn't correct, I don't feel this, I don't think it's right, but we still do it because we don't want to make people upset. We don't want to hurt other people's feelings. We don't want to come out as selfish. Like, we don't listen to our intuition because we don't want to be seen as selfish. How many of you do that? We do that all the time. We do that. Like, we are programmed to do that unknowingly. Like, sometimes that becomes our signature behavior. Your wealth will your access to wealth will come when you will listen to your splenic hits, your intuition, the guidance that God's giving you. When you listen to that, then your wealth will open. Then those millions you want will break through. Because your wealth, Rebecca's wealth, is accessed through the splenic hits, the quiet, clear knowing that comes without a reasoning. Without a reasoning. Like, you just know that this is right. You just know that that's the way, and you follow through. But we don't do that because we don't want to come across as selfish. And then we sit and wonder, oh, why my breakthrough isn't coming, why I'm not manifesting, why I'm not getting the millions, why I'm not building the business, why I'm doing everything but nobody sees me, because you don't see yourself. You don't see yourself. Rebecca's $1 million wealth codes. Rebecca's path to 10K, 15K month, like she's making $500, $600 here and there by selling things on Amazon, by doing these reviews, by writing little blog posts and things like that, by selling things on Instagram like weight loss teas and supplements and things like that, and she's making 500, 600, sometimes 200, 300 here and there. It's not consistent. Her dream is to make 10 to 15K per month so she can go to holidays, she can buy a nice house, she can support her kids, her husband. Her path to 10K, 15K months does not require for her to kill herself. It doesn't require for her to do more effort. It requires alignment, clarity, and energetic refinement. Her soul, business, DNA, what she shouldn't do. What she shouldn't. She's doing everything thinking that this is the thing she needs to do, but she shouldn't be doing that. That's not what her soul here to do. That's not what God coded her to sell things on Etsy or Amazon or write $2 reviews everywhere. She shouldn't sell other people's product with no connection. She shouldn't build something purely from trend or scarcity, or burn herself out in effort-based strategies where they tell you to show up all the time or post 20,000 times a day or constantly engage from top to bottom up. What she is designed for, what God coded her to do, guided simplicity, mentorship, or product-based curation. Examples. The ease code for busy moms. She's a mom. She's got 3 kids. Simple sovereign system. How you can be a better mom. How you can manage house and small business on the side with 3 growing babies in the house. With their busy schedule, school runs, cooking, cleaning. She teaches people. She's meant to teach people how to return to peace, flow, and alignment within themselves. Her voice is what sells, not the product. She's been doing these reviews, but her sacred review, authentic living brand comes not just for money, but as energetic curation. Aligns with products she uses for herself, and then trusts deeply, and then shares them with storytelling. That's what she's meant to do, because her voice, her magnetism, her personality is what attracts her millions. But she's been programmed not to trust that. She's been programmed to hustle, to kill herself, to sacrifice herself, and still feel like she's not doing enough. Her business, her soul business, membership, podcast, or digital journal where she shares her reflections, energy updates, and her inner world. Her consistency is her vibe, not her task list. Her content, driven soul presence, soft reels, voiceovers, family moments, cute little family moments with her kids, storytelling, and selling through relatable elegance and not influence, not forced selling. That's how she's meant to make millions. Not by hustling. Her codes from her name and from her date of birth. She's life path 9, the old soul, humanitarian, deep sensitive. Her purpose is to end old cycles, heal ancestral lack, and uplift others through compassion example. Her destiny number 6, nurturer, guardian, home plus harmony. That's why she feels this nudge, because she's mother. She's been mother all her life, stay at home mom, 3 kids. Now her soul's not letting her rest. She's got these desires, she doesn't know how to fulfill them. And she's sitting there thinking, I have to hustle, I have to kill myself, I have to sell so much so I can make money. But she's actually shares her lived wisdom, her lived experience via storytelling, via connection, via speaking, her voice. That's when she builds her wealth. Because she's a nurturer. She builds wealth with connection, with love. When she feels safe to show up, when others feel safe in her presence. Her current year, 2025, a time of foundational partnership, subtle building, emotional attunement. She's meant to go inwards, choose slowly, and trust what aligns over and what's urgent. We are as human beings programmed to rush, hustle. Immediate gratification is what we programmed to do. We expect immediate gratification from everything, from everyone, and from ourselves too. That's when we are not aligned. That's when everything falls down, crumble. Because we are rushing. You are not supposed to rush. Your path to million doesn't require you to hustle, doesn't require you to rush, doesn't require you to sacrifice yourself, overgive, overcompensate. It requires you to trust, follow divine nudges, go inwards in your soul, and decode the codes that God has programmed you, God has given you in your DNA for you to make millions. Follow that, use that, decode that, apply that in your life right now, in this moment. That's when you'll shift your identity. That's when you start from present moment. Her next soul-aligned step. Rebecca's first move is not to chase money. It's to build her energetic ecosystem where her truth, her schedule, her nervous system, and her voice are safe. Then from there, she can begin building offers or content that reflect the truth. Her magnetism is in her clarity and not in her effort. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comment. If you guys want me to read your $1 million DNA codes, put Arkanstone in the comment or send me a DM. I'm going to send you a form and you can fill in your details, and I'm going to do your next Arkanstone reading. Or I'm going to send you, if I can't do it live, I'm going to send you your full decoding. So, her first move is not to chase, to build her energetic ecosystem business, where her truth, her schedule, her nervous system, and her voice are safe. Then from there, she can begin building offers and content that reflects the truth. Her magnetism is in her clarity and not her effort. The homework she needs to do, create a sacred morning or afternoon practice to reconnect with her own voice, because her voice is what's going to make her millions. But she has to activate this she has to activate. You got to activate. You got to learn to speak. You got to learn to speak. You got to learn to magnetize through your voice, through your presence, through your energy. It's an art. You got to learn it. Start softly communicating what you already know. Motherhood, intuition, simplicity, sacred product. Use anything your soul wants you to share it, and get rid of everything, every product, business, or content that drains your energy, and cut the cords, cut the energetic cords. Final activation. Your Arkanstone is calling you in this new era, not just as a mom, but as a guide, as a voice, a lighthouse, because you are a lighthouse. Your family won't thrive by watching you burn out. They will thrive when you lead yourself into serenity and let them come with you. And this is not about money, this is about remembrance. And the income will follow. That's what you gotta do. Now we have another Arkan Stone reading. We're gonna do the next time. Do you guys have any questions? If you have any questions, put them in the comment. I'm gonna stay for the 5 minutes. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments. Fahmida, Imran, Saida, Amal. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comment. Tell me where you're joining from. I'm gonna stay here for another few minutes and then we're gonna wrap this up. Tell me what you do. Do you have a business? Do you have a job? Do you have any questions? Do you have any aspirations and desires that you think you want to accomplish? And is there anything that you think is stopping you? Because whatever is stopping you is not actually stopping you. So you thinking of that is actually stopping you. Because nothing stops us. It's only us who stops ourselves because we think we can't do something. Fahmida, do you guys have any questions? Put them in the comment. Oh, let me see what that is. Okay, so you guys have no questions. I'm gonna close this. Thank you so much for joining.